The difference between you and me and every successful person is just one thing and one thing only. And in this video today, I'm going to describe how you can do this thing as well as me. And I'm doing it, and I've done it in certain areas of my life. And you may have done it in certain areas of your life too. But if you're watching this video, you're probably missing it at the gym. And you look in the mirror and you're not happy with what you see. You feel like you should be further ahead in life with your physique, how much muscle you have, the confidence you have in yourself, the trust you have in yourself, and the belief that you have in yourself. And so the time is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been at the gym since 5 a.m. this morning, back-to-back sessions, trained myself. Actually, I don't know if you're watching my Instagram stories where I post there every day, but I taught myself how to do muscle ups for the first time. That's another story for another day. But in order for you to achieve a physique that you're proud of, that you have confidence with, that you finally look in the mirror and say, do you know what? My hard work means that I can rock up to any swimming pool, any beach, take my top off in front of any other half that I'm with and be comfortable with the way I look, or wear a vest and be happy with the clothes that I'm wearing and it fits nicely. And if you want to get into this position, then you're going to need to understand a very, 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 very simple yet hard fundamental strategy. And just to give you a little bit of context, I posted 4 reels today. I've posted about 15 Instagram stories. I've been back-to-back sessions with clients. I've done about 10 check-ins already. I have trained myself. I've done a lot, and it's only halfway through the day. And you know, sometimes it's like you're putting in the work but you don't see the results. I posted 4 reels today and I've got about 2 likes. 4 reels, 2 likes. Where's the ROI? Where's the return on investment? But I will not stop. For anyone watching this YouTube channel, you're here at the very early stages of my career. I'm 3.5 years into being a PT, into being a coach, and I've finally got it figured out. I finally know what it takes. And that's why the clients that I train love the service and get the results that they want, and have a completely different mindset only 1 month into the program than they ever did. Because I know what I'm doing, and all the wisdom, everything I've learned, all the knowledge, all the expertise, all the experience that I've had is all being passed down now. But the one thing that I am lacking is marketing. I'm not right now absolutely reining it in via social media. Don't get me wrong, I've got a good business, but most of my business isn't coming in through social media. It's coming in from word of mouth. It's coming in from reach outs. It's coming in from recommendations. It's coming in from, yes, a little bit from social media, but the amount that I'm making right now, I should be making quadruple that from social media alone. And so you're very early. If you're watching this right now, I want to let you know that the past couple months have been my best months. Do you know what? I'm just going to be flat out honest. Saying numbers out loud is a little bit hard for me because I generally like to be humble, and they often say the people who talk about numbers often the people that are not making them. and I'm not lying about them, and other people lying about them. And I'm definitely not coming on here to flex. I think how much I'm making is a decent amount, but it's also nowhere near the amount I will be making this time next year, or this time in 6 months, or this time whenever God wants to bless me and decides that it's my time for my business to exponentially grow. But just to be completely transparent with you, I will tell you how much I'm making, because my first year of business I did about 35 grand, I think, in the first year. Second year of business I did about 45 grand. In the past 3 months alone, I'm currently sitting on about 25 grand. I might be wrong with that number. And I think by the end of this month, which we've got another week, I will be up to that 30 grand mark. So it has been my best months yet. And a lot of that comes down to this one thing, and that is that I will not stop. Because I've had times where I would sit in my garden at 5 a.m. doing my morning routine. I used to do breath work, and I used to just think to myself, have I really got what it takes? Can I really build a business? Can I really train people? Can I really get people results? And you know, you're always going to get self-doubt, but then it's about what you do, how you react. And my reaction has always been to just never stop. That's how I know I will become successful, because I will never stop. You'll catch me here in 10 years time, maybe making again 10 grand a month, and I won't care. I won't care, because I'm not going to stop, because I have built resilience. I have built courage. And when things don't go your way, I don't let it faze me. When I don't get exactly what I want, I will still do the things that I believe I'm supposed to be doing. And if it means making 3 YouTube videos every week for 10 years, I will do that. If it means making 2 Instagram reels for 10 years, I will do that. I will do whatever it takes to build my business. I will do whatever it takes to put food on my table and be able to provide for my future wife, who I'm my girlfriend, and hopefully my future wife. I say hopefully. We call her my future wife. It's only a matter of time, really. And children, and have a large house, and you know, have Friday night dinners and go on multiple holidays a year. But why do I want this? I want this because one of the main things I believe we're here for is to be fruitful and multiply. And this is written in the Bible, the Torah, whatever you want to call it. It's to not just live for yourself, but to live for other people. And so that's a big reason why I started my business, because I want to live for other people. Everything I do now, I do truly believe that it is God's work. And if I can help people become physically and mentally stronger and build a mindset of resilience that then carries over into other areas of their life, then that's going to be job done for me. That is very fulfilling. And you know, not only on a selfish, you know, point of view for it being fulfilling, if I can help 10 people that can help another 10 people that can help another 10 people, this is what we're here to do. We're here to help one another. We're here to spread the love, spread the good energy. And so, you know, this is why I've done this in the first place. And the thing is, if I decided that one morning that I was sitting in the garden, I was lacking self-belief and questioning myself if I could really do this, if I had just been like, do you know what, let me just get a 9 to 5, let me just earn 50 grand a year or 80 grand a year, whatever it is, and be comfortable, then I wouldn't be able to help as many people as I do, and the amount of people that I'm going to help, and I wouldn't be able to live the life that I want to live for my wife and my future children and everything. So, this means that if you still feel like you have not built the type of mindset which is full of resilience and courage and hard work and discipline, then start doing exactly what I'm doing. Go to the gym, track your macros, do everything you need to do, and do not stop. Because if you do not stop, it doesn't matter. You will get it. If it's in 6 months, if it's in 10 months, if it's in 2 years, if it's in 10, it doesn't matter. You will get it. And, sometimes you'll just come to a point where you've been training for 2 years. And by the way, it takes 1 year to change your body and your physique and your mindset dramatically. Like, I'm talking dramatically, like unrecognizable. The people around you don't recognize you. You don't recognize yourself. But if in 2 years' time you realize, hold on a second, I'm not seeing much difference, then that means something needs to change. Now you have the 3 P's. You have either pause, push, or pivot. At the moment, every time you come to a roadblock, every time you've been working out and you're not happy with what you see, or you get distracted because something in your life has happened, or you're working so hard, you're tracking your macros, you're not getting the results that you want, every time you pause, you're going to slow down your progress. You're not just pausing, you are stopping. And the whole idea of this video is that the only way is to not stop. So that P is out of the equation, and we're only left with 2 P's then, and that is to push or to pivot. Now let's say, for example, I decided to start a new company. I want to sell electrolyte water at gyms. And I was like, do you know what? This thing's really getting big now. I can definitely make a lot of money from it. It's lucrative. I see it with other companies making a lot of money, but this is slightly different. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm 1 week into it. I see actually nobody's doing it in a clear plastic bottle. I'm 2 weeks into it. I start doing more due diligence. I'm 3 months into it. I'm 4 months into it. And I'm like, yes, this is definitely going to work. And then I'm 1 year into the business, and then I'm still haven't made so much money. So I decide to then, this is what I would do. I would decide to then, after 1 year, go to different gyms and say, go to about 200 people and say, would you buy this? Just yes or no, would you buy this? I explain to them what it is, would you buy this? And if I get no after no, after no, after no, after no, after no, after no, oh, 1 yes, and after no, after no, after no, if I keep getting no's and I end up with 190 no's out of 200 saying that they would not buy this product, I will not just stop working. I will not just put the whole business in the bin, but what I will have to do is pivot, is change something, whether it be the product itself, the packaging, the idea, the execution, who I'm selling it to. There's a lot that I could change. And that means that I can carry on with this business. And that is exactly what you need to do if you find yourself in a situation where you're not getting the results that you want, but you have been training, you have been tracking. Something's wrong. Because if you've been doing it for even 3 months and you're not seeing you're not seeing physical changes, and the way you view life and your perspective is different, and you're more resilient and you're more disciplined, if that's not happening, then you need to pivot. Something needs to change. But let's say 200 out of the 200 people are saying, yes, I want this now, give it to me. Then all I need to do is push, because it just hasn't hit the ground running yet. I just haven't got what I wanted yet. And that means that all I need to do is push, because I'm on the right track. And so if you're now got yourself into a position where, okay, you're 1 year in, you're seeing results, but you're not quite where you want to be, you still have a lot more muscle to build. You still want to build your mindset, make it a lot stronger than where it's at. but you have seen results, like really good results, then all you need to do is push. So forget pause. You either need to pivot or you need to push. Now, from experience, a lot of people, especially myself, from the ages of 14 up until 24 maybe, you need to pivot. You need to do something different. You need to make sure that you're tracking everything accurately. You need to be honest with what you're tracking and how much you're tracking. You need to make sure that you're progressing at the gym every single time. If you don't have the data, then there is nothing, I can't even tell you what to do. So many people come to me and they ask me, what should I do different? Or what should I don't know, brother, because you haven't tracked your workout in forever. How do I know? You don't even know how much you bench pressed 4 weeks ago. How do I know? What do you mean? Where's the data? If you look at any successful company in any sector, it's all data driven. They can't do the work without the data. So you need to make sure that your training program's filled in for the past 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. If you're going to come to me and ask me a question about your training, about your nutrition, you need to make sure that everything's logged into MyFitnessPal over the past 6 months. And if it's not in MyFitnessPal, you got a log of it somewhere in ChatGPT or your notes app, because brother or sister, whoever's watching this, I can't help you if there is no data. And if you have no data, you won't know how to pivot. So there's no pausing. You might need to change a few things. You might need to make sure that you're writing things down at the gym. How many people I talk to at the gym and they don't write anything down? Oh my God. You need to progress. You know this. You know progressive overload. You've heard it a billion times. I didn't even like saying the 2 words because it's so overused on Instagram. You know what progressive overload is, then why aren't you doing it? Oh, but I am doing it. No, you're not, brother. How much weight did you lift this week on a certain on bicep curls? How many reps? How many sets? What about 4 weeks ago? Can you tell me what you did 4 weeks ago? No, you cannot. You need to write this stuff down. If you don't write it down, then you won't know what to do moving forward, and everything needs to stay consistent. The exercises every single week. Without the consistency, there is no progress to be made. And so you might need to change something. You might need to pivot. And if you want to understand a little bit more about your journey and what to do, then feel free to message me on Instagram. Book a call in with me in the link down below. We can talk about your journey, where you currently are, what you've been doing wrong, what you need to be doing moving forward. Maybe you want to book in a call with me and actually start training so that there is no more pivoting. I just tell you exactly what you need to do, and all you need to do is push. And within 3 months, you've already got a completely new, different mindset, completely new, different lifestyle. And in 1 year from now, with everything I've taught you, you're a completely different human being. Don't get it twisted. Just because you work hard at the gym and you practice discipline and resilience and you build the courage, doesn't mean you can do this elsewhere. A lot of people get this twisted online. They see a nice physique, they're like, oh, this guy's got it. This guy understands life. No. Just because you work hard at one thing doesn't mean you work hard at another thing. You probably know that quite right, because you probably work very hard at your job, but then you don't work very hard at the gym. There's a lot of guys who are very honest with tracking their calories on MyFitnessPal, but when it comes to being honest at work and giving someone a good portion of the deal instead of ripping them off, they don't do it. And so they're not really an honest person. I like to take all the attributes I learn from the gym, from nutrition, from all of these, from my fitness journey, and actually use that to benefit the rest of my life. And you can do the exactly the same thing. There are a lot of attributes you can get from the gym, but you need to be self-aware and make sure that you actually use them. So yeah, what is the moral of today's video? The moral of the story is to just not stop. You're either pushing or you're pivoting, but no more pausing. Because you're going to come back to this page in either 6 months' time or in 2 months' time or in 1 year time. I don't know how long, because that we leave in God's hands. And you'll see my business absolutely flourishing. If I've done 10 grand this month, if I'm on track to making 10 grand this month, I'm going to be making 20, 30, 40, 50 grand months. This means that I've helped so many more people with this stuff. This means that I can build the life that I want. Not for me, remember, it's for the people around me. And it's that unselfish mindset that you need in life, because whenever things do get hard, you always think, oh, I've only got myself to worry about. No, you don't. There are people that are relying on you. If you're a man, you will have your future wife, your future children relying on you. Set a good example. Be the role model that you want to be for them. Set the expectations, set the standards. And this all comes from you not stopping. Let's talk in the next video. That's it. I'm not stopping. 2 reels a day, apart from Shabbat. 3 YouTube videos a week. This is my first one this week. Come back for the other 2 on Thursday or Friday and Sunday. Peace.